Howdy. We're in my lab today, my makeshift lab, and I have a good bit of fragrance materials here. I don't think I have a ton, but definitely, like a couple hundred. And, the fragrance materials are supposed to smell strong, some of them, and all of them have a smell, but sometimes you get a few materials in and maybe your nose is tired and you just can't smell them. I have a few of those here, and I had the idea to see if I can put them together and if I can just make a fragrance that smells like nothing. I wanted at least one top, one mid, and one base note. So the fragrance materials that I'm going to be using are Casfix in the top, Hedione in the mid, then the base will be ethylene brassylate, benzyl cinnamate, and Verimoss. So Hedione is, I wouldn't say it's a strong material. It's definitely not going to be perceivable as much as other materials in a fragrance. Icy Super is another material that a lot of people can't really smell, but I can pick it up pretty well, and I feel like it'd be too diffusive. I don't want the fragrance to be strong, if possible, so I omitted that. And Verimoss, I think, is another material that a lot of people have trouble smelling. It's, I believe, the longest lasting note that isn't a musk. So, usually long-lasting materials aren't high-impact odors. So I think I'm going to make Verimoss like half the fragrance. So we'll go ahead, we'll weigh things out, and we'll put it together, see what happens. Okay, so I usually like to start with solid. So start with the Verimoss here. I don't recommend putting solid Verimoss in a very tiny container like this, but I am going to try it. I don't know how much, 0.08 grams. For me, it's not going to be a lot. So, start with this. If it's too much, I can pour it out. That's why I like to start with solids. Okay. That shouldn't be very much. 0.007. Okay. Gonna need a little bit more. 0.081. 0.08. 0.079. We'll call it good. Casfix. So this is going to be 0.02 grams. Tear that. I mean, you can smell it. It definitely has some odor impact, but not a lot. That was way more than 0.2. Oh, 0.22, okay. Well, close enough. Yeah. I put everything at 0.02 except for Verimoss because usually about a drop is 0.02 grams. So it's Casfix. Let's go with Hedione. Do that. 0.14, 0.16. Okay. See if I get like half a drop in there. Ethylene brassylate. It's a musk, I believe. Very soft. A little sweet. But when I first got it, I couldn't really smell it. Definitely can't smell it though. Let's see if we can get a small drop in here. Do that. Slightly over 2.02. Shouldn't be an issue. And last but not least, benzyl cinnamate. It was sitting in this hot water bath. Benzyl cinnamate is solid at room temperature, so if you have solid materials, you can heat them up with like water. I used microwave water to heat it up. You might want to take the cap off slightly so it doesn't accumulate moisture inside. Okay. Tear that. Always forget. And 0.02 grams of this. Okay. Well over 0.2 again. Shouldn't be an issue though. So we need about 0.64 grams of alcohol to make this 20% concentration eau de parfum. That's usually what I like to do. I'll put in a little bit more since I overdosed some. Not a whole lot in there. It's alright. Alright. Mixed up. completely clear. That's usual for a lot of synthetic fragrances. So let's get a strip and we'll see if it smells. Hey, buddy. What you doing up here, Spray this away from the cat. Smells like alcohol right now. Not a lot of strength in here. Cassifis is supposed to be, blackcurrant. It smells green. Hedione is supposed to smell like jasmine, or said to smell like jasmine. It just smells like light floral, almost a little citrusy. Ethylene bracelet. It's sweet. It's a little powdery. Benzoyl cinnamate is supposed to smell like cinnamon. I can barely smell it, even at 100%. In here, it's not really doing much. And then 50% of this fragrance is Veramos. Doesn't really project. It's very heavy, so it sits close to your skin when it's in fragrance. And a lot of people can't smell it. But right now, the alcohol is kind of worn off, and all I can smell is Veramos. Second is the ethylene bracelet. You can smell that quite a bit. I can't smell Cassifix. I can't smell benzoyl cinnamate in here. Can't really smell Hedione in here, but I mean, I know it's in there, so I can maybe pick up some of it, but for the most part, Veramos and musk. Yeah. It's starting to come out a little bit more as the alcohol wears off. Just smells musky and mossy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I can smell it less than I thought I would. But I think that's to be expected because it's 20% of everything that I put in there. I can definitely smell the fragrances from the bottle. You're not supposed to smell it from the bottle. You smell it from the cap usually because it's like less intense. But these, they're very weak. You can smell them from the bottle barely. And yeah, I mean, I'm picking up barely any of whatever I put in there. And this is like an eau de parfum concentration. So very interesting. I think I'm going to put this on skin. It's probably going to be stronger on skin, but like, will I be able to smell it as I move around? Will I smell it in the air? Who knows? So, thanks for watching. I'll probably be doing more dumb stuff like this in the future. So, thanks for sticking with me. See you.